Hi, you're listening to The Comedian's Tea Party with Deaves. Fair warning, this podcast may contain adult content. It may not. I don't know. I never really have a plan. So let's listen on and find out. Hello, and welcome to episode 42 of The Comedian's Tea Party with Deaves. And this week, my guest is Paul Pirie. Paul is absolutely one of my favourite comedians. I gig with him all the time. He's from Scotland, but lives sort of not too far from me. But he's a lovely guy. He's very, very funny. Like, ridiculously funny. If you've never seen him, go and look him up, because he's so, so funny. It genuinely has some of my favourite jokes in the world, and we talk about that, and then he just sort of reams off a load of his jokes. So that's coming up, and you are welcome. We do tentatively talk about some slightly questionable subjects, but it all comes sort of, it comes off well in the end, I think. When we do discuss his jokes, that does lead to a discussion of the horrendousness of social media, and it sort of gets a little bit sort of dark and weird. But then, it's, I should say about Paul, he is weird. So, and that's not an insult to say that. That's very much part of his character and who he is as a person, and why he's so much fun, because he just sort of delves into anything. There's various bits through the podcast where it might sound like you can't understand what he's saying, and that is because he's not really saying things a lot of the time. Just sort of mumbles stuff, and then it goes off on a flight of fancy, and it's incredible. It's amazing to be part of where his brain goes, so you just sort of keep along for the ride. Speaking of which, he does end up beatboxing at the end. I have no idea where it came from, but it was very funny. We also talk about Kokido, the ice cream martial art, that'll make sense when you get to it, but it's just worth mentioning because it's very funny. A point worth looking out for. There's also a bit about 40 minutes in where I bleep a particular word, and if you don't know what that word is, you could put sort of any number of horrendous words in there, and it feels like it would fit, but it's nothing bad. It was just the bad swear, the one that I like to bleep out. It doesn't come up often, but when it does, no one's complained about swearing yet. There's been someone here. I've been doing content warnings recently. Still, nobody's complained about swearing, but some people just don't like it. So I'll leave some of it in because it's part of the conversation, and I'll bleep bits because they're the bad word. I don't mind it. I think it's funny. That's just me. You're more than welcome to mind it. I've taken it out. It's fine. Stop complaining. So yeah, he's just an absolute joy, and I hope you enjoy it. Be back at the end with some links to social media. Not that there are many. And I will also plug my Ko-fi page, kofi.com/Deaves, just in case you want to support the podcast and help me buy more gear but pay for more stuff. And I just want to find a way of saying thanks for bringing you so much joy during the lockdown. And I mean, to be fair, I started it before, so whenever, just bringing you so much joy in general. If you like it and you want to say thank you, and you could do so monetarily, please do. That's a lovely way to say thank you, and I appreciate it. So yeah, I'll plug that at the end. I've plugged it now. No, I haven't. That wasn't now. I'm saving that for the end. So yeah, here's Paul Pirie. Enjoy. Hello.
We're wearing the same t-shirts.
I know. I just realised.
Will that change?
No, that's fine. It's not a visual podcast.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we've come as different ages of each other.
Yeah, I am you in the future.
How are you, man?
I'm good. Yeah, you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah.
We've both got pictures as well.
Yeah, but you have chosen a t-shirt that blends in with your wall, whereas I very much stand out.
Just a floating head.
Yeah. If this was green screen, it would be quite terrifying.
I've got my tea.
Lovely. What have you got?
I usually drink tea. I've got Dr. Stewart's, Dr. Somebody's, Dr. Stewart's. It's green tea.
Oh, nice. So just a sort of straight green tea bag, is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I've not heard of that. Looks lovely. I've got a green tea as well, but this has got mandarin and apple with guarana in it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah, I get sent loads of teas from companies, and this one's from Twinings.
The best. Only the best.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very nice. I'm reaching the end of that supply. I've been sent some new ones from another company, though, so I should start drinking those soon.
Good stuff.
So what have you been up to? You're probably the comedian that I've seen most at gigs in the last year and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Russ, because he's everywhere.
Well, he runs them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Finds little loopholes and everything, you know.
Does
it all legit, no sneakiness, but he finds ways to put on something, you know.
Yeah.
Whether it be, on the moon, you know, you'll find, you know, it's like swimming pools are open, but you can't use the pool. Okay, well, what we'll do is put a stage in the middle of the pool, take all the water out, you know, you'll find a way.
I reckon it puts on a float.
Ross's gigs.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I think I've seen you probably more than Matt Adlington, who obviously at gigs I've seen him personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, near Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Just before.
16th. Because again, he found a loophole, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, there's a tier 2 place.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's the night before it went to tier 3. So
that's right.
Yeah, brought it all forward. Like a little comedy magician, but not doing magic.
No. Well, it kind of is magic, isn't it?
Well, it is. It is kind of magic. I would say what you do is kind of magic as well. For instance, I mean, we've done a lot of bad gigs together, or sort of questionable gigs. Many of them for Ross. Again, he runs some lovely gigs, and occasionally some of them go awry, like the Shoebury one.
Oh God, I was just speaking to Kate about that the other day because I said I'm doing I'm doing this with Cy. She went, which one's Cy again? Went, do you remember we did Shoebury Nest? And she went, oh yeah, that nutter with a shaved head that was drunk.
Yeah, he sang Firestarter.
Yeah, I don't particularly. My postman's about to deliver some post.
Oh.
I don't know. Yeah, he is. He's done his thing. His bells, probably. Do you remember when you were a kid and you heard a postman, you get all excited?
Yeah.
And then the minute you turn as an adult, the minute you hear that letterbox, you think, oh, fuck, I'm going to lose my house.
Yeah.
You know?
I generally assume that it's just another canvassing leaflet.
Yeah, well, this one's for pizza company.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, well, that's all right then.
Yes, Shoebury Nest, that gig. And we thought, well, we go ahead with it. And there was people turning up and the owner wanted us to go ahead and everybody was pissed and they didn't pay. And there was about 7 people there?
Oh, yeah, at most.
Yeah, all pissed.
All of them drunk. And none of them knew comedy was going on. And they got dragged in from watching football to the back room.
And for me, I don't like that. But I think, all right, well, I'll just go into improv mode and shouty mode and try anything. I won't do material. I'll just go, you're bald or that wall looks different. And it's harder for people like you who have constructed and need the audience to listen to the material you've written. So the minute you say anything, they're just going to go, shit, you're a crap. Because they're not putting anything into it.
Yeah, their brains aren't engaged.
No, of course they're not. No. You know? And the guy got up and tried to start doing a microphone. I'll tell you jokes.
I'll just never forget the landlord of all people had his face literally in his hands. It was, I thought, this isn't going well.
Yeah, but
I persevered until a man literally took the microphone off of me.
God, what was it? Must be 2 years ago. That. Yeah,
it would have been. Yeah, that was. Well, it's just before I moved here, which is just around the corner from there, because I'm about a 4-minute walk from Russ.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but that was a mental gig. Got all my devices.
Yeah.
But the Christmas one was good fun. You smashed that one.
Oh yeah, I had a very nice time. Yeah, that was good.
That was great. That was a lovely gig, and I think it was because the audience were excited because they were out in a gig.
Yeah.
We were excited as comedians because we wanted to show what we could do, and obviously we've been trapped in our own heads for 8 or 9 months at that point. So we were just we were eager to go listen to us, and they were eager to go tell us something.
Yeah.
So it worked out. I mean, there was a couple of drunks here, but they were great fun because they weren't trying to ruin it. They were chipping in at the right times and being a bit stupid, but because there was so much excitement in the room by everybody, it was a lovely night. And then the next day, everything just, that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Everything went back to shit. And then I got COVID.
Oh, did you?
2 days later, you know?
Man. Not from that gig, surely.
Not from the gig, no. Because there was a panic at first. I thought, fuck, that would be a nightmare if I did, because that means other comics might have got it, or I might have picked up from the audience, or because they'll trace and they'll go, where did you get it from? And I'll go, well, but it turns out it was Kate's teacher.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a shame.
So
yeah. Have you had your vaccine?
No, my booking is the 23rd of this month, which is Sunday, for my first one, and my second one's not until July.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What? How have I had mine before you? I had mine on Friday.
I literally, I don't know why, but I'll tell you why. Kate's had hers. She's a teacher. She's had hers. She's got a second one coming. I should have got. I'm at that age now. I'm 46. I was asked to book an appointment, but then I started getting a couple of gigs.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, if I get the injection now, and I feel like shit, I'll have to cancel the gigs. And they were like, a couple of Rosses once again. They weren't against any rules or anything like that. There was nothing wrong with them. Yeah. But I just thought, I don't want to cancel them because the it's money, and it's foremost it's a gig. So I thought I'll do it once I know I've got that little leeway. I'll book in. So my next gig's not till 3rd of June.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That'll give me enough time because things are opening up again and gigs are beginning to happen.
Yeah. Have you got some? Got a few indoor ones booked?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm indoors next week. End of next week.
Whereabouts?
Comedy Cabin. A guy called Pete Wells runs a gig. It's just like a little basement in a bar in East London, but it's nice.
In Austria. It's run by Fritz.
Yeah.
That sounds brilliant. It's good to get away. So I thought my wife was coming by there. I thought she said work. It's the exact same car as my wife. Oh. Sorry. Look, that's my window there. Look, so the whole world is there.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got my window's there.
Oh, look at us with our windows. It's only because I get a good signal here and it's easier to balance this machine of technology.
Yeah.
But I'm a technophobe and I can't even work a phone and people are sending pictures from Mars. I said that the other week. I said, do you want to go to Mars? It looks shit, doesn't it?
Well, I don't want to go to Mars purely because they've said that if you're going to Mars, you're not coming back.
Well, that's...
Even if you live there and spend a life, like, you know, I'd probably miss my friends and my family.
That's the other... But it's not just that. It doesn't look... It's like all that money, years to land and go, look, we're actually here. And it looks like all that money spent.
Yeah.
I was saying this the other week. I was saying it's the equivalent to spending... It's like living in the Bahamas, spending all that money to go to Blackpool.
Yeah.
And then what do you do in Blackpool? You come back with a piece of rock.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same as going to Mars. It's and then we can't even leave the house, and now we know what Earth looks like from billions of miles away.
Yes. Yeah.
What a world.
I probably could have drawn a picture of what it looks like, and it would have looked fairly similar.
Yeah.
Little blue dot.
Red and full of hills.
Yeah. It's not exciting.
There's so much going on here. We need to... This is the most beautifulest planet in the world, in the universe.
Yeah. I was going to say, very, very much in this world, yeah.
Yeah. Every other place looks like shit. So go to Cornwall.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a lovely place.
And then look at Mars from there, you know?
Yeah.
Everything's here.
Get a telescope. You'll probably get everything you need from it.
Yeah. And everything up in space looks great from a planet we're on, which is awesome looking. You know, so it's like, that looks amazing. This looks amazing.
Yeah. I mean...
It's like, this is shit. Earth looks great.
The best that you can hope for is that you'll have the accolade of being the first person on Mars. But once you're the first person on Mars, you're never going to find out that you've got the accolade because you'll never speak to anyone again.
It's like having sex with Britt Eklund now.
I don't know who that is.
You're young. She was a model from the 50s and 60s, you know? Even my phone's getting excited about it.
I'm looking it up. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
it's like going, well, I've done her. Yeah, but have you seen what she looks like now? You know, it's the same as going, well, at least I've made it to a planet that smells of shit. Doesn't make any sense. I don't make any sense anymore.
I don't know. I don't know where the most up-to-date picture is. I mean, she still looks all right for 78.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. She looks all right. You know, if this was the 1960s and you were the first to conquer that, it'd be amazing. You know? She used to be married to Peter Sellers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, rocky relationship that was. He was mental.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Comedy genius, but
yeah.
a broken man, slightly mad.
Yeah.
You know?
But
I think you've got to be for comedy. You've got to have something broken.
Yeah. You got to have something wired differently, for sure.
Yeah, of course you do. You know, I think it's like footballers. It's the best footballers are the ones that have come from or have, like Paul Gascoigne's, the drink, or the Messi's come from an upbringing that they probably had to practice with cans. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, and it's the same with comedy. You've got to have a slight autism about you, or you were maybe bullied, or you think differently.
Yeah.
You get other people that want to do comedy because they think it's cool, or they think they're funny in a pub.
Yeah.
But I think the real ability comes from a touch of slight madness.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those,
you know?
a lot of the people that are funny in the pub will get on stage, and sometimes they'll be funny, but probably not.
But they're only funny to their mates.
Yeah.
Because if you take them away from their environment, if you take Billy, right, away from the Southend Arms, who's funny to his mates, and you drive him 200 miles and you plonk him in an art centre in front of 200 strangers that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And then he starts going, fucking, two Asians, you know what I mean? Or he goes, oh, my mate Steve, he does this.
Yeah.
And it won't come across. A, because the delivery will be wrong, and B, because nobody knows who Steve is.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember when we were at that party? No.
Yeah.
We weren't there.
No. Unless it's a caricature, unless they worked out to caricature themselves and go, oh, everyone, I'm a geezer.
Yeah.
You know, that would work. I mean, that's Lee Nelson does all that kind of stuff, you know, and there's guys that are generally like him.
Yeah.
But what makes it funny when Lee does it is because you know that he's caricaturing those style of people, you know?
Yeah.
So well, didn't it?
Yeah. Like Josh James is an emphasis of himself, and I would say he's on that sort of borderline of being quite a geezer, but is also sort of is aware that he isn't as well. And it's,
of course,
and that's the difference is having that awareness.
Yeah, but again, it's even. I mean, look at Terry Alden. Terry Alden comes across. I mean, he's an ex-footballer. He's a bit of a geezer, but he stereotypes when he's on stage a little bit. But also, again, he's this warped genius as well.
Yeah, he's incredible.
So he's the type of person that's an entertainer, probably Jack the Lad as well a little bit, but he has to get on stage and show it. There's a difference, you know. There's, and we need to see it. You know,
it'd be absolutely impossible to watch Terry Alderson and not think that he's some kind of twisted genius as well. Because,
of course,
he is unbelievable.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's one of the ones that he's better than most of the physical acts that you see. Live is amazing. It's that weird thing in the world when you go, why isn't he on TV more? But you need to see him live. He's on radio. He does really well for himself. But you just think, this guy's brilliant. He gets you excited when you watch him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I describe him as like a comedy freight train, because I saw him in a room where, to start with, people sort of watching him going like, yeah, sure, it's fine. But by the end, like, he's just building up momentum and more momentum as he's going. And by the end, like, he'd just break any barrier whatsoever. It's amazing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of these comics. For a different example, if you're into football and you watch, when you were younger, you watch a footballer doing this great move, you get excited and you go out in the garden, you start practicing with the football.
Yeah.
Terry Alden's like that. You watch him live or a clip of him, and then you go, I want to get out and practice. I want to go out and do this. He's that kind of matrix. You realise why you do this. He's one of the guys that makes you proud to be a comic. You know, you go, yeah, this is why I do it. You know, it's exciting.
Yeah, he's electric.
Great. Cool.
Who would you say is your favourite comedian to watch? And you don't have to say me.
About myself? No, that is really tough.
It's not a question I've asked before. It's just I felt like it.
You know, but it's always a good question because I want to know the answer. So I get excited when you ask me. I go, who do I like?
Yeah.
I wonder who it is. Who have I been watching recently? I can go with recent ones because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because I don't usually watch much comedy now.
Yeah.
Because I think I get a bit like a chameleon. I tend to watch them and pick up little things. And it worries me in case that I take that on stage and become somebody different. And that's like everything. You know, if you watch too many American films, you end up going talking about, you know.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
But if it pops up on my feed or something like that, I think Bill Burr is... he gets me excited because he doesn't give a fuck, but he's not... What he says is funny, and he ruffles people up, but he makes sense with it. It's not as if he's been an asshole about it.
Yeah. Because
he's saying, I'm an asshole, this is what I think. And I like things like that.
Yeah.
You know, I used to like listening to Louis C.K. because I think Louis C.K. is brilliant. I mean, obviously he's done something silly.
Yeah.
And we do that thing is when our heroes do something wrong, we try and defend them and look for other ways to justify their actions. But when it's somebody you don't like, you straight away go, I knew it. It's like I used to always freak out when people wanted Cliff Richard to be a paedophile.
Yeah.
You're going, well, you hate him that much, you want a child to get hurt.
Yeah.
And you go, no. I go, well, like I don't particularly... He's not my cup of tea, but I don't want anybody to get hurt because of it. I don't want to go, yes, he's a pedo.
Yeah.
But, you know, but with Louis C.K., you just have to accept the fact that he's done something stupid and you just go, well, but his comedy was still brilliant.
Yeah.
You know? And
that's the thing. Like, Woody Allen's stand-up was incredible, but he's done some beyond questionable things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You look at Bill Cosby, again.
Oh, yeah.
You know, was the granny's favourite, and everybody loved him, and he was brilliant. But then you look now, you think, God, the Cosby Show's ruined.
Yeah,
because it brought it. You know, it's
terrible. It's
that Jimmy Savile moment. You know, the 70s and 80s, 90s. Your heroes are all wanting to get you. You know, so it's not good. But my favourite, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's all right. I went off and I was...
Yeah, we got weird, which I expected, to be honest. Conversation with you, if it didn't get weird, I don't know what was going on.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Wouldn't be me.
No, very on.
But I don't like constructive answers. You know, because I don't think it's true. I think if somebody can work out an answer of something that's been asked of them, then you don't know if you're getting the true meaning. Because I just think I'll answer what's cool.
You want the ineffable version.
Charlie Chaplin, genius.
Oh,
I used to love Paul Merton. I love his weird sense of humour. Lee Evans, brilliant physically.
Yeah. Great
timing. There's loads of like George Carlin, Richard Pryor, all these.
Yeah.
Brilliant. What's the guy that came back?
From the dead, or Jesus?
No. Jesus was hilarious.
He had a great type 5.
You know, exactly that rock stuff. You know, it's brilliant. Don't get him cross. He used to pretend to walk on water, and everybody used to go, "That's amazing!"
Yeah.
And then he would pretend to drown at the end. And he would take the rings off his feet. Oh, I just had these on all the time. He used to do that magic trick when he pretended to be white, and everybody believed it. What's his name? I hate describing people of colour because you mentioned their colour, but and everybody jumps on you. He's a black comedian. He smokes on stage all the time. He's absolutely brilliant.
Smokes on stage.
He always when he does a joke, he hits the mic off his leg when he laughs.
That's Dave Chappelle, is it?
Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
Oh, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. I hate having to say black. It's weird, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. I can edit that out so that it just sounds like I've...
No, you don't have to edit it out, because I'm not... It's that... Because it makes it worse that I'm trying to find a way not to say it when I should just say it straight away. When it's black to me to do, but I'm going... Because that makes me slightly racist by going, I can't say his colour of his skin because I don't want... And that's... When clearly I'm not being in any way racist or whatsoever. I'm trying to describe somebody who is of colour and making it easier. I don't know, the world's fucked.
I was discussing this with a colleague of mine the other day, who he's black, and he was saying like he's had it before where people have said like they've maybe a customer's come in and they've said who was it you're talking to, and they're like, oh, the guy, like he's got a little goatee, sort of short hair. Like, he's the only black guy that works there. You just say it's the black guy, and like we know immediately who it is. Like, it's not racist. It's just a very good descriptor.
Exactly. I don't know if you've seen that bit in my set when I say to my son, you can say black, just don't say bastard after it. That's the only. That's the main difference. Or don't do it in a spiteful way. You know, but that's hilarious, isn't it? Because you just go, there's the black gentleman. You know, I mean, he had shoes on. We all wear shoes, mate.
Yeah, he's about 5'10".
And then what makes it even more uncomfortable is the fact that they're trying to fight the fact, and then they might just lose the plot and go, he was the black guy! And then it becomes a deal. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So you don't need to edit that out because there's none. And if anybody complains, they're the racists because they're looking for hate. People want to find hate so they can complain about it when it's not even there. They'll scroll through every single little bit and go, I found it. And go, no, wait a minute. You found hate. There was no hate involved, but you're looking for hate. Why are you looking for hate? Because you want to hate somebody or find or point or annoy. And that's what the world's come to.
Yeah. That's the thing. If somebody says something that someone might consider a trigger word during a gig, if they're doing a bit of material on anything, like anything whatsoever, if someone says something that one person thinks is a trigger word, they'll no longer listen to the rest of the joke. They'll just assume that they're offended. Yeah,
that's why some comics have got that genius way when they go, so this, seen this Muslim guy, and then they always go, oh, changed the room there, didn't it? You know, and they'll say to the audience, it's all right, let me finish. But they always do go, I could feel the tension. And everybody laughs when the comic says that because they go, all right, he knows how we feel.
He's aware.
Now, so he's not going, yeah, bastards. He's actually going, oh, tension. And then they go, all right, okay, say it. And then he becomes really racist.
Yeah. You've got some of my favourite jokes that are some of the most quotable jokes, I think. My favourite of which is, if I look out the window for long enough, I can make the world go dark.
Love it. It's one of my favourites.
It's great.
But it never gets a laugh.
Well, it does from me.
There you go. And I always throw that in because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a silly joke. The one that gets a laugh is I'm scared of trampolines.
Oh, yeah.
They make me jump, right? And then when I do that one, I do it as a throwaway because I'm pretending I've went mad on Red Bull, which I say pretend. I mean, I have gone mad on Red Bull. But my jokes tend to be, because I don't write many jokes, it's mainly material improvised, but the jokes I do write are a bit like Andrew Lloyd Webber, we all know you like Jesus, no need to make a big song and dance about it. And
nice.
They're just throwaways, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at falling over. Should I contact TripAdvisor? What's the other ones now? I nearly died hoovering the other day. Talk about Dyson with death.
Incredible.
Oh, what's the one that I did the other day? My wife says that it's her space on the top of the games board, but I've got Monopoly on it. Something like that. Yeah. I can't remember the punchline of that. I'm not. What was it? The farmers find it hard to work when they're counting sheep. I can't remember. Something like that. I can't remember. But there's loads. There's loads of just stupid things that go on. There's a fly going about, and I'm going to let it out the window because it's driving me insane. Okay. Get out. Isn't it annoying when you open a window and a fly and a bee always just get to the bit where the window is and then they go away again?
Yeah.
They go, See, the window's there, and that's their freedom. They go. Zzz,
Yeah. They fly into the window like an inch away and then go, oh, no, this isn't the way. Yeah.
But yeah, jokes. I like jokes for a little filler, when I'm going, it's that bit when I'm thinking that I'm going to change set. I'll go, run into your local estate agents with a gun and shout, nobody move. And then I'll go on a bit of material.
Yeah.
You never guess who I bumped into in Specsavers. Burt Reynolds. That's because he used to do the Specsavers advert.
Oh, did he?
And old school. One of my first ever jokes, this is how long ago I did comedy, was Terry Waits. What an ironic name. I used to spit ice cubes out my mouth and go, an Eskimo spitting. I used to have this jacket with the sleeve missing, but you wouldn't see it. And I go, should I like no jacket? 70% off. And I would turn around and the sleeve would be missing.
Nice.
Just stupid things,
Yeah. Presumably you'd do that one quite early on in the set.
Soon. Just walking about like that all the time.
Spend 15 minutes or a 20-minute set facing sideways. Yeah.
I never got that job at the revolving door factory, but as one door closes, another one opens.
Nice.
Another one of my shitty jokes. What was the? I'm trying to think. So, firemen and strippers have two things in common. They both slide down poles, and sometimes there's a pussy involved. Too much?
No. Yeah. No, that's good.
I was fishing the other day, and the guy said, "Have you got a permit?" And I said, "No, just fish."
No,
I don't do jokes. Okay?
You do them very well. I simply won't hear otherwise.
Fox.
Yeah, I like that mug.
I got that because of my joke about the kid, Oliver, when he hits his head. Because it did that bit of material. My friend gave me this for my birthday. He said, look, Fox, hey. Don't know why I'm telling you now.
No, it's good. I like it. Well, it's always good to have context because I will ask you to send me a selfie with your mug at some point. And then that will go on Instagram and the like for advertising purposes. So if you could do it with that mug, that'd be lovely.
Awesome. I don't do Instagram anymore.
No.
Or Twitter. Is that enough? I still do Facebook because you get gigs out of it. Hence, I'm doing this.
Oh yeah,
because of Facebook. But everybody's an asshole. I'm including me. But I don't wear a mask. Wear a mask. Don't get injected. Get injected. Don't be in the middle. Be in the middle. It's just everybody's coming at you from different angles.
Yeah.
And I just think everybody's a dick.
Yeah.
So I've thought I've come off. And every time you go into Instagram, it's shit.
Yeah.
Twitter's the same.
Well, things people aren't going anywhere, are they? So no one's posting new photos of interesting things. They're just posting more photos of stuff inside their house. I've seen it.
Yeah, exactly. And influencers. Well, why are they called influencers? It's like reading on how to commit suicide without making a mess. It's like Google. That's what influencers are, because all they're doing is influencing people to either ruin their face or ruin the world or kill themselves because they can't get big boobs.
Yeah.
It's like taking pictures of them in Auschwitz. You know what I mean? With fake tears.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why did they do that? Loving the fact that there's millions of dead Jews behind them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's horrendous. Yeah, it's weird
horrible.
that people do that. Like, some people put up photos of, like, sort of, them in love in front of the memorial. Like, what are you doing?
No. Or those people that go, look at me handing this homeless guy £10. Just hand him the £10.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you're telling me that you're being an ass. You're doing it for you. To get likes. Don't do it to get likes. Do it because the guy needs food.
Yeah. You're not doing it to be nice.
No.
Right, I've got some questions that I'm going to ask. They're from my book.
Yes.
So the thing is, a lot of these questions are generally quite weird,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think any of them are going to be weird enough for you.
Shut up. Fire away.
I'll start with the normal ones first. So, did you say that you don't really drink tea?
Not really. I'm more of a coffee person.
Yeah. If you were going to drink tea, what would be your go-to tea?
Thai food, because it sounds like kung fu. It's like Tai Chi mixed with kung fu.
Yeah, it sounds exciting.
You know? It's like cookie dough. Do you know the ice cream?
Yeah.
Cookie dough. I used to think it sounds like a martial art. I think Bruce Lee would eat it. What do you eat? Cookie dough. You know? That's why I eat cookie dough ice cream, because it just sounds cookie dough. I'm a master of cookie dough.
Yeah. Tell people you got cookie dough in your back pocket and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah. Oh, or also they might think there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
All about the coquitos. You know what I mean?
Do you dunk a biscuit in your tea?
I have been known to dunk a biscuit in a tea.
Yeah.
I'm 5'8". It's the only thing I could dunk. You know.
Well, you have a basketball hoop in your back garden, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you dunk that?
Yes, because it's only up to 8 foot.
Ah, yeah, nice, sneaky.
You know, so it's a little bit of a white man can't jump moment.
That's still not bad though. 8 foot.
It's 10 foot. 10 foot's the regular height.
Yeah.
So 2 foot off.
Yeah,
you know?
That's it's not close.
No,
but it's not bad. It's all right. It's
46 years old.
Yeah,
still got a little bit of a move.
So what biscuit would you dunk? What's your favourite biscuit to dunk?
See, my head's going, tell the truth, which is rich tea.
Yeah,
but
it's a good one.
Is it a good one?
Yeah,
but it's too obvious.
No.
16. What's your favourite wine gum? You know?
No, none of it. I'm not a big fan of wine gums.
Most people are going to say red.
Oh, I'd say the black one, if anything.
See that? Oh, yeah. See, now you have to leave it in.
Yeah.
See?
So this is leading on from a conversation I had the other week. There was someone that was saying that they'd like a button and they'd push that button and remove all history and knowledge of guns. If you had a button that could remove all knowledge and history of anything, what would it be?
Everything that I've done wrong.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, it's a selfish thing. And I'm going to sound like Miss World here, but I would get rid of the obvious slaves, horrible statues. The idea of power is about money and wealth. I would get rid of all that.
Yeah.
Like history books and start fresh.
Yeah.
So everything.
Nice.
Everything.
Yeah. Knowledge of everything.
Yeah.
Paul, I'm going to have to run to the toilet. I'm really sorry. I'll be right back.
That is a weird question. I'm going to have a coffee. Did you wash your hands?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Sorry about that. I was trying to hold it off because I know we've got limited time, but I did come what I would describe as dangerously close to shitting myself.
Well, that would have been terrible.
Yeah, so you'd remove the memory of everyone and everything.
Well, good things. I would.
You'd remove good things.
No, I'd remove. Keep the good thing. I'd remove the idea of, because you need a little bit of hate. You need a little bit of competition because we're human.
Yeah.
But there's stupid ones that are getting in the way now, like hating somebody because they're gay. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah.
Hating somebody because they're black. Just hate. That's simple.
Yeah.
But so I would remove religion. I'd remove any history of any religious beliefs, and let's wait and find out. When you die, you go, oh, I didn't realize there was this big guy.
Yeah,
this
keep it
is
surprised.
Awesome. You know, make it a nice surprise. Because therefore you know who's good and why they're good, because they're doing it because they're genuinely good.
Yeah.
Because some people do good things because God's going to like me because I'm so good.
Yeah, they think they'll get a reward.
You're not doing it because you naturally want to be good. You're doing it because you want to get accepted by.
Yeah, you want to impress someone. It's like the cool kid at school, and everyone just wants to impress him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
do it for yourself.
So they'll go and nick a wham bar and go, I nicked a wham bar for you. I'm cool, eh? And go, right, yeah, go and nick some other things for me, and you can be my friend.
Yeah.
You know, it's that thing. So I'd remove all history of religion, and why do we need to know why we're here? We just, if somebody's fallen in front of you, if you physically can, you bend down, you try and help them out.
Yeah.
It's a natural thing that we do as human. Now we push people over just so we could be seen picking them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's mental.
Such is the escalation of social media.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
What a salient point.
I'm not saying there isn't a God, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah. Never expected that to come from this conversation. Well played. It's very good.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that actually that brings me on to my next point, is stealing something to impress someone. Do you watch much TV?
I don't watch as much as I used to, but I still watch a lot of TV, yeah.
So have you seen, there's an advert for Cadbury's Dairy Milk where there's a child that goes into a shop to get a chocolate bar for its mother, and the mum's outside, seemingly completely unaware that the child is inside or anywhere. It's just sort of standing and looking around. The child's inside getting a chocolate bar and pays for it from the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper's really nice and gives to the kid the chocolate bar anyway, but the kid pays for it with like a button and some like pocket dust and that sort of thing, and like just crap and like a Subbuteo player or something like that. And the shopkeeper's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you can have it." And then he says, "And your change," and gives a button back. Right? Now, to my mind, one of two things have happened there. Either that parent is just completely unaware that the child's gone anywhere and therefore is a terrible parent, or is aware that that child's gone into the shop to get some chocolate, fully in the knowledge that that child doesn't have any money, and has come outside and seemingly either stolen a chocolate bar or knows that they've actually been the architect of a scam. And I think that's what it is. I think the parent is encouraging the kid to scam shopkeepers who are kind, steal stuff from them.
Or
go on.
The kid went in to buy cigarettes and panicked. just went cigarettes. Went, this egg, please, and here's dust and a dead butterfly. Mum! You know, just get thanks. And I panicked, Mum, I shot myself.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go and, you know I'm banned for this shop, don't you? You know I'm banned. You know, maybe that's what. It's not going to be good.
No.
The opposite used to happen when I worked in Witherspoon. The parents used to be, we wouldn't serve some of them now and again, because you get some drunk woman or drunk guy at the bar going, and you go, "Is that your kids outside?" And you go, "I'm not serving you." Well, they're not in the pub. You go, "Yeah, but you've left them out."
Yeah.
Like, you would leave them outside, go and get pissed for a couple hours, and fucking, you know, but you got to watch, because you can't, if you say I'm not serving you because you're kids, they'll go out and go, "You fucking tell you to hide," you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said that, it reminded me of that. They used to just on a Saturday go through the town and leave their kids. I mean, some of them would probably just be gasping for a pint and they weren't allowed in, so they would just go, "Right, wait there, I'm going to be 10 minutes, I'm just going to have a quick pint." Yeah, which is wrong, but look, you know, you can understand it from. But to leave them out there a couple hours,
while you go in and just have a jolly, that's not on.
It reminded me of that. Yeah,
bloody hell.
There you go. So there's no redeeming except for the shopkeeper.
No.
But then even the shopkeeper should have went, "There's your change, ha ha ha."
Yeah.
Social, you know what I mean?
Maybe he did. Maybe that's a rest. Maybe there's like a follow-up advert where that shopkeeper has called social services.
Yeah.
So listen, I haven't got enough money to buy a chocolate bar. To be fair, inflation these days, chocolate bars are expensive, but
that's very true.
Yeah. That's it's very sad. Well, as such, that advert makes me scream at the TV. What adverts make you scream at the TV? Is where that question was going.
What adverts make me scream at the television? It's weird because there's so many. I'm trying to think now, because you tend to just shut off when the adverts come on. Yeah. Fast forward, don't you? Or you go and make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Oh, what adverts wind me up? They don't make any sense.
That's often the problem, isn't it? They're nonsensical.
Yeah, but then that works. That's what annoys me. You get, you've seen the advert, the one about Cadbury's, when the guy just comes out of his car and his hair's on fire, and then he's only got one shoe and it's up his ass, and he runs up to this little guy who's dressed as a ninja and goes, I can't find my teeth. And you go, what the hell is this about? And then the guy goes, it's okay, I've got a chocolate bar here. And you go, oh, that's okay. Have you seen that advert? Yeah, it's the Cadbury's one, isn't it? Yeah, Yorkie, that's the one. Fuck, it works.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
You know,
I'd buy
if they just did an advert go, Yorkie, 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 you'd go, I need to buy toilet paper. It's all subliminal, isn't it? It's the ones you talk about the most. They're the shitty ones. I'm trying to think what ones wind me up. Because there's a few that my wife laughs at me because I'm going, that doesn't make any sense. What is...
I just love those sort of ones where there's someone, like, you know, someone dancing in a field and they're running along and they throw a ball to a friend and that friend goes to throw the ball, but it's a frisbee and they throw the frisbee back and then they're having a lovely time and they're laughing and then a sign comes up for Levi's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or look what you could do with Always Plus. You could jump out of a plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
you could do that anyway.
I can't do it, even if I had a vagina or not. You know, it's not.
Yeah, it's not something.
I can't roller skate. Wear this.
Yeah, you can't do it, but you'll be comfortable.
Yeah, I hate adverts. Just, I like being in them.
Yeah,
because the money. But
what have you been in some then?
That wasn't a little hint.
No,
I did an IKEA advert and. I did a Doritos advert years ago. I did an advert for the Little Woods Lottery, and
that must have been years ago.
It was in 1998, I think.
Oh,
I'm an old man, sure. But adverts in general are just actually you get some great adverts.
Yeah,
you know, remember the what is it? Is it an ape or is it a
Yeah, it's a gorilla.
Gorilla playing the drums.
And do you know what that was for? Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Was it?
Yeah.
See? You see? It works.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with chocolate.
No, nothing at all. But everyone watches it.
You know?
Yeah.
See? Works.
Yeah.
Subliminally, I even mentioned an advert about Cadbury. See?
Here we are.
The bastards have got into my head.
They're in our minds. And I'm going to go out and buy some Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Do it.
Yeah. And then get in contact with them to sponsor me because I've mentioned their name at least 12 times, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, fair play. So is that your favourite advert, would you say?
No, I don't have a favourite advert. There's so many. There's just too many. There's like even when you put it on YouTube, you got to go through an advert or you could skip it. But you've got to watch at least 5 seconds of it, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes those 5 seconds you go, I just want to know what happens to the baby at the end. And it's...
Well, that's the thing about, obviously, like, where so much of... I'm saying the word society without trying to sound sort of deep and meaningful, but there's so much of society that's throwaway now that when adverts come on, or trailers for films... Like, there's a rule that if you haven't got anyone's attention in the first, 5 seconds, they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, and I like playing that game, because I'm aware of that. I'll watch the stuff on YouTube, the ones that allow you to skip after 5 seconds. And I always think, do I want to watch this within 5 seconds? No, they're not very good at their job. And then,
Yeah. But that's the thing. There's so many to hate that I don't have time.
Oh, it's too much. You can't devote hate to them, yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's be positive. I like some adverts.
Yeah.
You know? There we go. I like some.
Yeah. I think there's some the ones that stay in my memory are the ones from the 90s. Like the Milky Way advert. For the red car and the blue car had a race.
Blue car had a race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the R Whites man sneaking to the fridge to steal some R Whites from the fridge.
Oh yeah. See, my time was "Hey, Mr. Salt." It was the thingy advert, and it was the Iron Brew adverts were brilliant. Iron Brew made in Scotland, say Girders, and it'd be this kid would drink Iron Brew and he'd put loads of nuts and bolts in his mouth and spit them out, and and he'd put the rivets back onto the boat, and there'd be a kid sweeping the streets, all the leaves. Bars Iron Brew. Made in Girders, Scotland, or whatever it was, and he would drink the Iron Brew and lift up the pavement and sweep all the leaves under it.
Nice.
Bars Iron Brew, made in Scotland. Brilliant. And then they did the piss take the Coca-Cola advert.
What was that?
The Coca-Cola advert used to be Coca-Cola is it? And it'd be this romantic kind of 90s MTV kind of video of rock stars and people walking in the rain with leather jackets holding hands. And then they did the Iron Brew one, and it was the same idea, but the rock guy would throw the microphone up in the air and it wouldn't come back. And then there'd be a guy skimming on the river, and this stone would knock somebody out. And
nice.
The guy would hit instead of the Coke machine and the Coke coming out, he would hit the Iron Brew machine, and Iron Brew would headbutt him back and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's good.
That was a good ad.
Yeah. So I imagine you had more adverts for Iron Brew in Scotland than we did down here.
Yeah, it's just full of sugar. It was a good hangover cure because it was just full of shit, really. But it does taste brilliant. I don't know if it's a Scottish thing. Great. You know what I mean? Iron Brew.
That's my favourite thing about, because that seems like a stereotype that like Scotland can't possibly live up to. Like everyone says, oh yeah, Scottish people love Iron Brew. They do though. It's unreal.
Yeah, we do.
I've never been to someone's house in Scotland where they haven't had Iron Brew in the fridge. I did, like the first time I did Edinburgh Stand, they said, oh, there's a drinks fridge over there, like in the green room. Mm-hmm. And just go and help yourself to the drinks fridge. And they said, oh, there's beer and sort of Coke, whatever you want. And I opened it up and there was like half a shelf of beer and it was half Coke and then like 2 shelves of Iron Brew. It was amazing.
Look, what? See, brother. Oh, God, I've done my back. I'm getting old. Sorry.
I don't know what it's getting, but it's walked off.
It seems to have disappeared. I've got my own Iron Brew mug, but my son tends to use it, so that was a pointless journey that I just made there.
No, it's good. I liked it.
Yes. There was a guy in my drama class who had a metal plate put in his head because he got hit by a car. So he had a metal plate. Dave Adam, and they put a metal plate there and had to reconstruct his nose and stuff. And wow. I used to call him Iron Brew. Honestly, all right, Iron Brew. Imagine, does he drink a lot of Iron Brew? But no, he's got a metal head.
Well, what a brutal story, but that's very funny.
It's true, yeah. Call them bars for short, all right, bars. What do you call them, bars? Bars Iron Brew. Bars Iron Brew. Made in Scotland. They got us.
Nice. Right, I'm going to ask one more question. I normally sort of finish it about that many, but I think this one might be interesting because I had a dream the other day where Julie Waters had fallen in the sea, and basically I woke up in the middle of the night and in a panic Googled what is the coldest that Julie Waters has ever been. What's the weirdest question you've ever asked as a result of a dream?
That I've asked because of a dream.
Yeah, like what? Either what sort of question have you asked as a result of a dream, or like what's the sort of the biggest your mind has changed as a result of a dream? Like I once learned to snowboard in a dream.
I said to my wife once, I said, "You're not real," and that was it. No, I didn't dream. I had this weird dream. And I said to my wife, what was it again? I kept trying to speak. I kept feeling sick in my belly. So every time I went to speak, I would throw up, but ink would pour out of my mouth.
Oh.
Just ink. And I said, and it was just, and every time I went to speak, there was just ink falling out of my face. And my wife said, that's because you're weird. No, she said, she gave a really good, elaborate answer. I said, it's a really weird dream. I have fucked up dreams all the time. But that one was vivid. And she said, do you think, because I'm dyslexic, do you think because you do comedy and you don't write very well, because I can't write, so I've got a bit of headings and I always get hard to type stuff out for me. She goes, and you panic about things and you have anxiety. And so what you do is you go on stage and you speak your words. Do you think that you're having anxiety because you don't write as much? So when you're going on stage, in your head when you're sleeping, you're having panic attacks thinking that maybe you should write more. And that's the worst scenario, is that every time you're going to speak, it's just the ink that's coming out.
Yeah.
You know? She said a bit more elaborate than that, but that, I thought, wow, that's pretty deep. Because it sounds, I mean, it could be true.
It makes sense.
It makes plausible. Sense,
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Cool.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Finish it on a serious question. Why not?
Yeah.
I like it. I think we should wrap up because I need to finish what I was doing upstairs.
Oh, you haven't wiped.
No, I've wiped, but I cut it off halfway through. I had to get the bit that was coming immediately. Horrendous conversation. Have you got anything that you need to plug? Not need to, want to?
This you need to. Laptop, because it's running out of battery. I'm so quick. So quick. No.
You're ready for the stage.
I'm doing live gigs. I've got Facebook, Paul Pirie. That's it. Facebook, Google me, watch me. I'm on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've got a YouTube channel, Paul Pirie.
Yeah, you've got loads of. You put some stuff up recently, haven't you? You look very panicked. So I can find a link and add it in at the end.
With link, but I want to see the name because I don't even know what it is. Because there could be other Paul Piries, and you'll get loads of Paul Pirie comedian.
Cool.
That's it. Yeah, go and watch some of that shit. Shit. Yeah, watch some of my stuff. I'm like a Swiss Army knife comedian. I just got it all.
Yeah.
Got it all.
You got jokes, you got stories, you got nonsense.
Yeah. And 80s. I look like a newsreader from the 80s. I'm growing my hair. I'm deciding to grow it out.
Oh, okay. What you can do with it? Down to your knees? I'm
going to get it right here.
Yeah. That is his pointing into his shoulders for the listener.
Sorry. So it's going to probably take about a year and a half from now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I look forward to it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nice. Well, so you've plugged your YouTube, plugged your Facebook, and you've plugged your hair.
Cool.
Which you've got an incredible head of hair, actually, for your growing
for somebody
older.
That's 46. That's a very kind thing of you to say. I'm just hair. I'm very hairy. I'm like a big pube. I've got hairy teeth. It's just my back. Everything is just hair.
Good grief.
I've got to get little contact lenses with razors in them just to put my eyes to cut the hair. It's crazy.
Oh, that's great.
Madness on my back. I'm getting old though.
Yeah. We're all getting old.
Yeah, very true.
Some of us quicker than others.
Possible.
My back
you can't
hurts.
get older quicker.
No, well, I mean, Benjamin Button got older backwards, so I think anything's possible.
Yeah. Well, I watched that film on Rewind, and it was basically the same film. I'm trying to think of a joke here right now. It wouldn't work. It would just be the same film.
Don't you have?
Do you know what I mean?
Isn't that one of your jokes anyway?
He starts off as a baby.
Yeah.
No, he starts off as an old man.
An old man as a baby.
And then he goes into a baby, doesn't he?
It grows up to be a grown baby.
Dies as a fetus.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be funny if you watched that backwards and it would just look like a... Oh, that's hurting my head trying to work it out.
Yeah, you've got one there. Yeah, think about it on the train ride.
Yeah. That's the other thing. We were watching with the kids 101 Dalmatians, and we've got a dog, and there's obviously a lot of barking and all that stuff. And I was saying to my wife, Kate, I went, do you think films to dogs will be completely different from the film we're watching? Because the dog's going, rah, 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 when it's hanging from a cliff, and you're going, oh, the dog's barking for help. But to my dog, the dog's going, biscuits. I love my mum. You know what I mean? So it's a completely different film for dogs.
Yeah.
Because they'll be hearing when it's going, the dog's crying because it's lost its owner. And all my dog hears is it going, oh, a lady do. It's just
singing a little song. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to watch it as a dog.
Yeah. If only we should watch it with subtitles.
Yeah.
See what it comes up.
Do you think when if when you're watching a film with subtitles and somebody went turn it up, the words get down. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's funny. There's got to be a joke in there, I should think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Right.
Right, go.
Yes, you need to be on the train soon.
I do.
So, yes.
Okay, Max.
Yeah.
Do it.
Well, thanks so much for coming on, man. It's been a real pleasure. And
Thank you,
lovely to see you as ever, and I'm sure I'll see you very soon.
Yes. When's your next Ross gig?
I don't know. I haven't got one. In.
Right. Well, if it's
I'll have a word.
soon and it's on a weekday, I'll try and pop along.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, likewise. Yeah, when's your next one?
I don't know.
Oh. Well.
31st of July. It's in a weird rock festival-y thing.
Oh, okay.
Or not rock, or weird festival thing. I'll look it up, see what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Right. I need to go for a piss now as well.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. Cool. Well, thanks very much, man. It's been absolutely lovely to see you. And I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Take care. Love you. Bye.
Thanks, mate. Love you. Bye. So that was Paul Pirie. Absolutely mad. I love him. He's amazing. So little of that made sense, and I love it. That's just very much part of who he is, and I wouldn't have wanted that conversation to go any other way. So I'm very happy with that, even if some of it was slightly questionable. I warned you about that at the start, so hopefully that's okay. Hopefully you don't mind. If you want to find Paul online, just search Paul Pirie. There's things of him. He's around. He gigs live. That's the best place to see him because it's electric. He's a wonderful performer and worth seeking out and giving him some of your time and money if you can. Speaking of which, if you want to support the podcast, I said I'd plug this at the end and absolutely didn't plug it at the start. If you do want to support monetarily and you want to find a way of saying thank you for bringing you joy, don't forget to just send me a little bit of money at Ko-fi.com to help cover the podcast fees and buying new equipment, that sort of thing. Or just just want me to buy myself a little drink. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Don't forget to go and follow this podcast and subscribe and go on your friends' phones and tell them to subscribe and to write us a lovely 5-star review on places. And Facebook started telling me the other day that I need to ask people to review the podcast page on there. So if you can, pop on there. Drop us a little review. That'd be really appreciated, especially if it's nice. If you don't like it, put a review for something else somewhere else. Just, we're in a world where negativity gets spread too easily. So maybe hold off on that and, just spread positivity where you want to spread it. Anything that you like, Stop saying mean things about me. That's real mean. Just trying to bring you some joy. Anyway, I think I'm unravelling. Got a couple of podcasts recording this week, including one who I'm very, very excited to have on the podcast. I've been a fan of for a long time, so look forward to that. In the meantime, be good to each other. Drink some tea. Take an umbrella out because it's raining now. Have a little sit down. Maybe just stay indoors, drink a tea, listen to the podcast. Enjoy your lives, my friends. Thank you for listening. I love you. Goodbye.